It's common to hear about addictions to things like drugs or alcohol, but with the rise of technology, American children are facing a new problem.
More and more kids are developing a serious addiction to video games. CBS News 8's Marcella Lee spoke with the mother of a teen with a video game addiction about how it affected her son and also how he's being treated. Marcella?
Barbara Lee and Carlo, studies have shown that roughly 10% of people who play video games are pathological players, addicts who are looking to escape from reality. And for children and teens who are still developing those social and coping skills, excessive gaming can be quite damaging. Tonight, a mom from Dana Point is sharing her son's story to make people aware of the dangers.
Around 10, that's when he started playing more.
Noelle Matthew knew her son Griffin loved gaming, and she thought he was perfectly safe.
There's a lot of kids who are out running around, and I was happy that he was choosing to stay home.
So whenever he asked for a new game, she didn't hesitate.
I was the dealer. I felt I was the one supplying this for him, and I didn't realize that I was helping to contribute to this problem.
Noelle soon realized she was losing her son to a fantasy world of online gaming and social isolation.
His dad noticed that the more he became into the games, that his friends would come to the door and he would say, I'm busy, I don't want to go out and play.
Griffin became completely withdrawn. So last summer,
this was the last resort that we chose. We couldn't get him out of his room.
They planned an intervention.
Well, they come at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's sleeping. We went in and woke him up, and I told him, we have someone here. We love you, and we need you to get some help.
The trained professionals whisked the 16-year-old away to Outback Therapeutic Expeditions in Utah, where Griffin received help for his technology addiction.
I felt that he was safer out in the wilderness than he was at home.
It's called wilderness therapy, and for 6 long weeks, Griffin learned to live and survive outdoors.
That was really hard for him initially when he got there. They acknowledged it's almost like a form of detox.
But being disconnected helped Griffin reconnect to real life. And when Noelle traveled to Utah to visit him,
it was a great moment of us talking and connecting.
She could see it in his eyes. Her son was back.
Oh, big difference. Big difference. Now I see him, he's going to the beach, he's, getting out and doing things with friends again because he's not like glued to the video games.
It can be a real problem. I think it also can lead to depression, anxiety, isolation.
Dr. Matthew Bruin, an addiction specialist here in San Diego, explains why it can be so difficult to stop playing video games once you start.
People want to have mastery, they want to learn, and they want to grow. The dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter in our brain, is what increases and rewards positive achievement. Everybody wants that.
Dr. Bruin warns games are designed to keep you hooked, generating an addictive response, which is why limiting screen time and setting boundaries is key.
And I think it's a growing issue, and I think people really need to monitor and look at how much time they spend, as well as parents. What are we modeling for our kids?
He reminds us it's not just children who need a digital detox. Picking up a device to fill every moment of downtime is harmful to everyone's health.
Extreme stress, fatigue, and anxiety. Having that much stimulation going on 24/7 does nothing but stress and strain the brain.
Dr. Bruin says there is no standard rule, but limiting a child's screen time to less than an hour a day is a good place to start. He says parents need to encourage their kids to get outdoors and develop those real friendships and relationships. And really, we have no excuse here in a beautiful place like San Diego where it's so easy to go outside.
Absolutely. I'm wondering, I know both of us have a boy and a girl. Is one more susceptible than the other?
Especially mine, it's actually their birthday today. They're 10 years old, and I have a boy and a girl. It's a little science experiment because we raised them essentially the same. And my son is so hard to get off those devices, and my daughter, she could really care less.
Interesting in your case because they're the same age. They're twins.
Yeah. So they're really, the research has shown that boys are more prone to becoming addicted than girls. So something to watch out for.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Marcella.
Thanks, Marcella.